Welcome back. In the last two videos, we showed you how to install VirtualBox and set up the four nodes within VirtualBox. So these are the virtual machines. You've got the master, slave, slave B, slave C. Now, in the second video, we saw how we can install Ubuntu 3.10 as well as a non-GUI version, which is the minimal CD, the mini.iso on A, B, and C, and they have all been installed. In this video, I'd like to show you how you can let the nodes talk to one another, and that's the foundation for message passing interfaces, because you are passing messages between the nodes, so they will need to be able to talk to one another. The first thing is to set up the IP addresses. So we could get to the Ubuntu master, and I am going to open terminal, and just to make it easier, I will lock it to the launcher. Okay, perhaps even dragging it. Okay, dragging it out and then putting it after the Firefox. Right, so if we look at the network configuration, and I'm going to scale this down. Sorry that I'm logging in through the remote desktop, so that may also be the reason that the previous videos and also this video is a little bit blurry, but I will change that when I get back to the office so the newer recordings are clearer. We have two network cards. You can see we've got the Ethernet 0, and that connects to the internet, and this hasn't been set up yet, so I'm going to do a sudo pico etc etc network and interfaces. Okay, and what I will do is to add to make sure that this is DHCP, and the second internet interface is static, so that allows us to put in a static IP address. Okay, I'm going to put in 192.168.100.100. The net mask, I'm going to put it as 255.255.255.0. That's standard. Network 192.168.100.0, and broadcast to 192.168.100.255. For the, let me have a look. For the the gateway, okay, we want it to be 10.0. What was that again? Let me just quickly check. Okay. 8.2.15. 15. Okay, and that's set up correctly. I'm going to press Ctrl X and save it and do a sudo service networking restart. Okay. Oh, something's wrong. Okay. I don't know what this is, but it's possibly the virtual machine. So let's just reboot it. For the slave A, B, and C, it's going to be 100.101, 102, and 103. And that can be quickly set up, sudo pico, etc. network.interfaces, putting in my password, and this is already there. Okay, all I have to do is add the Ethernet one static address 192.168.100.101 net mask as 255.255.255.0 network 192.168.100.0 and broadcast as 192.168.0.100.1. No, sorry, 255 gateway as 10.0.2.15. And that should be fine. Okay, Control X, yes, press Y, save it, sudo service networking restart. And that shows us that the Ethernet 1 has become 192.168.100.101. And the same thing needs to be set up over here. So I'm going to do sudo again, pico etc network interfaces, pressing tab, completes it. And this is similar, so I'm just going to add this in. 2. Okay, network is 192.168.100.0, broadcast as, and finally the gateway as 10.0.2.15. And I will Control X, yes, enter, sudo networking, no, service networking restart. Config, and that's also configured properly. Let's log into the master node. Okay, and let's get back to setting Ubuntu slave C. Interfaces. Okay, and this is the same. Auto Ethernet SID1 iFace static IP address 103 for this one, net mask. Setting up the network as broadcast 255. Okay, gateway as 10.0.2.15, and that's from, okay, the mouse is playing up. Okay, anyways, Control X, yes, enter, sudo service networking restart. Okay, config, and this is also set up, so that's 101 for A, B is 102, C is 103. Let's go back to the master and look at the IF config, and this is also configured. Now if I ping Ubuntu slave A over here, okay, and B and C as 1, 0, 2, and 3, it will show that it is talking to one another. Okay, 2, are you alive? Okay, it's coming back. 3, 3 is unreachable. Okay, let me have a look. Have I set everything correctly? Netmask, broadcast, gateway. Seems to be okay. Maybe we restart it. Let's try to ping the server, the master, and it's not talking to me. Okay, what could be the problem? Can I ping from here? Okay, that's fine. Talking to 2, which is also fine. Let's try ping 192.168.100.100. So this also talks to the server, talks to A, but it doesn't talk to C. So what is the problem? Okay, we have to make sure everything is set up correctly, but it did restart. So what could be the problem? Got auto Ethernet 1 iFace, Ethernet 1 iNet static address. Everything is spelled correctly. 168.192.255 netmask network 192.168.100 and 0. Broadcast 192.168.100 and 255. 10. Let me try a reset and see if it works. Okay, so Ubuntu master talks to slave A, B, and they all talk to one another. But the important thing is to check if secure shell is working. 192.168.100.100. Okay, connection refused, and that may be that it is not installed. So let's try connecting from here. 168.100.101. Okay, so the client is installed here. So maybe the server isn't installed. Okay, so I'm in A. Okay, if you look here, I'm in A. Let's exit. In order to allow the slaves to connect to the master, you need to install OpenSSH server. Press yes and let it install. Because remember, when we in the last video, when we installed the mini version, we did put in OpenSSH server. Okay, this is taking a little while to boot up. Okay, what could be the problem? But never mind, we can always check this later. So now that SSH is installed, we should be able to log in. Okay, perhaps we should put in the username. So we've got the user, and it's allowing me. Okay, put in the password, and I am in the master. Okay, I'm going to exit, and there's a directory ls.sh ls. Oh, sorry. Okay, there's a directory created for the first time when you try to use SSH, and we can get into the directory. Okay, and this is it. But if you check for Ubuntu slave B, which SSH isn't run yet, you find that there's no such file directory, and you need to create that. And the best way is to use SSH to connect to any of the, let's connect to the server, .100.100, and it will automatically create that folder. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I'm in the master. Let's exit cd.ssh, and we've got that created. Okay. If we show known host, so that's something there. Okay, let's try this again. Gene passwords, config. Okay, let's try to ping 192.168.100.100 and see if the server doesn't talk to me. Okay, we're gonna leave that. Something must have gone wrong. We can trace that later, but there's no time for these videos, so let's continue. So cd.ssh. Okay, so we also, on the 3 servers we have the SSH installed, and each of the computers can talk to one another, okay, including slave A to slave B, because they've got OpenSSH server. Now MPI requires a server to talk to the slave without using any password. And how can we do that? Okay, every time we log in to either the slave or the master, okay, we will need to put a password. Okay, it's asking for a password. Right? Gonna exit. Okay. Now, the way to allow SSH to connect to the slaves without a password is to generate a key, okay, which you can put into the slave that will allow the identification to happen in the background and allow the server to log into the slave without any password. So we're going to use sudo SSH KeyGen -t DSA, and I'm going to make this really simple by just doing it at default, pressing enter. Passphrase, I'm going to leave it empty, enter. I'm going to press enter again, and now the folder has, let's have a look. Right, okay, I know why this is. I'm going to just put SSH KeyGen -t DSA. Enter, enter, enter. And 2 files generated. Earlier we did a sudo, so it's going to the root folder, which we can't see. This file, id underscore DSA.public, is the file that we're going to transfer to the SSH folder over here, as well as the slave B. And let's try to do the slave A first. So I'm going to do a secure copy, iddsa.pub to Eugene at 192.168.100.101, and that's slave A. I'm going to send it to the directory, the home folder. Okay, put in the home folder, and in the SSH directory as iddsa.pub, and it will ask for a password, and it's going to copy over. Okay, just to verify that it has been copied, we can see that. Okay, there you go. IDDSA is over there. So let's copy this again to number 2. We'll skip number Ubuntu slave C later to yes, password, and it's copied. Okay. Now there's an additional step which we need to do, and that is to put that ID-DSA. Okay, I'm in slave A now, so I'm going to do a cat ID, say, and then I'm going to put it into a new file, authorized keys. Okay, once I have done that, okay, you can see that authorized keys is created. I'm going to come back to here and 2.168.100.101, and that will take me into slave A without requiring a password. That's how easy it is. Okay, exit, and we're coming to slave B, and we're going to do the same step. Okay, ID DSA pub, and authorized keys. Okay, make sure the spelling is correct, and the file is created. So if we try, let's go back to trying to log in to Ubuntu slave B, and it gets in without a password. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so cd.ssh. Okay, you can see that this is slave B. Exit. We're back at Ubuntu master. So this is the foundation to allow the clusters, the nodes, to talk to one another without a password using SSH KeyGen. The next video we'll try to set up MPICH, and that will be a little bit more complicated, but it should be possibly a 15-minute video. And then the next video we'll try to test the MPI on running some programs that allows it to distribute workload, calculation for pi, for example. And that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you like my series of videos, please like, comment, give suggestions, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.